Hey guys, it's KJ with Command Solutions. Wow, man, the tornadoes this year are like crazy. I mean, crazy. There's been an outbreak of tornadoes, the largest in 8 years in U.S. history. There's been more than 300 reports of tornadoes since May 17th. Over 2,200 reports of severe weather. Man, are you ready at work if something happens? That's what I want to talk about today. What would you do at work? First of all, check with your boss. Check with him or her to make sure, hey, do we have a plan in place for a tornado here when I'm at work? What are you thinking about? Have you had training on this? Do you know where to shelter in place? These are the kind of things. How will you be notified? If they don't have the answer to those, then you're going to take some actions yourself, right? Because here at Command Solutions, we're about action steps. We're about managing your emergency. A lot of people say emergency management, but I like to say, how will you manage your emergency? Because that's what I want you to be able to do, right? I want you to be able to take control of your situation as best as possible. So a few tips today. If your boss doesn't have a plan for you at work, here's some tips that I want you to take into account so that you're ready yourself. Know the warning signs of a tornado watch and a warning, or listen for those. Know the difference. A watch means that the weather conditions are favorable. Okay. A tornado warning means that there's either been a funnel cloud sighted personally, or that the radar is saying that, hey, the conditions are right and we have a swirling atmosphere and the sirens have went off. So there's a good question. Can you hear your sirens in the building? Okay. A lot of people don't know that tornado sirens are meant they're an outdoor warning system. They're not totally meant to be heard inside. So can you hear yours inside? Have you heard them before? So that's something to check about. If you can't hear the tornado sirens, ask your boss, how will we be notified? Do they have a paging system? Do they have an alerting system? Okay. Ask your boss, how are you going to let us know? If they don't know the answer, download the app on your phone. Go to the weather channel or the NOAA site, NOAA site, and download the emergency warning systems for the tornadoes so that you can get that system yourself. Okay. Number one thing here, I want you to know, where would you go to take shelter in your building? Know that ahead of time. Figure it out right now, okay? Because there's still chances of severe weather out there, and I want you to know where you would go. Your place of business might have it done with that little swirly green looking arrow that says shelter on it, or it might just be shelter location. Know where those are at. Most places in a businesses, they prefer the basement if you have those, bathroom areas because there's no windows, those types of things. But you're looking for the lowest place in the building that you can go with concrete walls or the most heavy structure. Don't hang out when you're in there. Don't be in the corners, because if the wind is swirling around, it's going to be affected more in the corner. So get into that center of that room in the lowest area. Cover your head. If you have a jacket or whatever, cover your head, because most injuries are caused from flying debris. So know where you're going to go today. Figure it out so that you're not going. So when the evacuation starts, and don't just follow people blindly, because they might not know where the shelter is and they're just going to where they think it is. Know where you're going to go and go there directly. Okay. So do they have a kit for you at work? Do they have emergency supplies? If not, pack a small kit for yourself so that you have it at your desk so that you can go. Have a couple bottles of water. Have some emergency food. Have a small emergency first aid kit that's in your bag that you can take with you. Make sure that your phone is available so that when you leave, you and your kit can go into that shelter in place. Okay. Ask them how you're going to be accounted for. Do you have multiple floors at work, or do you have a certain amount of employees? Who's the person that accounts for everybody? If they don't have that for you to tell you who that is, ask them to please figure that out. But if not, they don't have it, then you're accounting for yourself, right? So then the other thing you want to have is a communication system for yourself. That's probably going to be your phone. Have a plan for your family, like where would you meet if you can't get home and they can't get to you? Do you have another alternate location that you can meet at? Have your emergency contact list on your phone, okay? A lot of people might not be able to use their cell phone in the affected area because of cell phone outages, tower outages, and multiple calls going in. So you might be able to easier to call out of the area, like call somebody that's out of state or totally out of the area. You might get through to them, okay? Call grandma or call Uncle Billy in a different state, whoever that person is that your family has agreed upon, so that they all know to call the same person, because that's what's important. Calling that one person so that everyone knows who to call. Hey, grandma, we had a tornado at my building. Yes, it hit here, but I'm safe. Can you let everyone else in the family know that I'm good, and find out how they are, because I want to know if they're okay too, and where will we be able to meet up? Are we going to pick our planned meeting spot and meet there? Are the roads good for me to get home? Those kinds of things. So guys, have that plan in place. Think about it ahead of time. I want you to be safe. If you don't have these things at work, contact Command Solutions, www.command-solutions.com. Contact us. Ask us to email you some tips on preparing for a tornado at work or at home, because we can give you a list of supplies that you need to have in your kits for sheltering in place and for your go bags that you need to have. So guys, please do that. Take care out there. Be safe. Have a great day. See you around. Bye-bye.